To the lunch rush, and Adam Abdallah is off today. He'll be back tomorrow. I turn it over to the one and only Smokey, as Jurko so affectionately calls him, Justin Pottinger.
What's going on, guys? Have you heard what Hard Knocks just said today? That they will be featuring the entire AFC North for their in-season show.
The entire North, all four teams will be featured.
Boy, the
all
appetite
four.
for football. There's a Hard Knocks off-season. There's Hard Knocks as we know it, featuring our beloved Bears. And then there's in-season Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks in-season used to be the show with Nick Bonacani and Len Dawson.
Inside the NFL.
Yeah, remember that? That used to be Hard Knocks during the season.
You are 100% right.
Now they've actually got to go take footage of teams and get commentary and with players' thoughts and what's happening, what's not happening.
Yerk brings up, if you're old enough to remember, back in the day, like Inside the NFL was great, wasn't it, Yerk?
Yeah.
Like Collinsworth was on it, right?
When I played, I looked forward to it.
It was great.
Hoping I'd see myself on the highlights, something crazy
I
like
bet.
that.
Yeah. Oh, man, it was such a good show back in the day. And, you know, you needed that, like, 1 hour show back then. Now there's so much content. It's different. You don't have to rely on that. But, yeah, Yurko's right. That was like the original in-season Hard Knocks. Very good. All right, what else, buddy?
All right. Did you guys see Astros release Jose Abreu?
Yes.
Any chance you think he can come back to the South Side?
Yeah, why? I mean, why not? Add, go ahead. Add another old player who can't hit anymore. No, you know, wish him the best. That's a tough look the last couple of years. It's been brutal since he went down there. His career, his really good years lasted even longer than I thought, so I'll give him credit for that. He popped that MVP season in 2020. I know it was COVID, but still, he was fantastic in that 60 games. Remember, Yerk, how good he was in those 60 games?
Oh, yeah.
But it's really been bad like the last 2+ years for Jose Abreu. He's really fallen off, especially these last 2 years.
Well, I mean, he was willing to take the minor league assignment. They still owe him the money, though, right?
Of course. Yep.
So he got the contract he deserved. He unfortunately won't be able to perform for them. But good for Jose Abreu.
Yeah.
He goes back to Cuba now, and he can collect his pension down there because he's 65.
Touche. Well done. I don't know that anybody's going to take a chance with how bad it's been. Maybe somebody's really desperate. He has 2 home runs this year, guys. 2. In 113 at-bats. He has 2 home runs.
Yeah. He got old quick.
And he's failed to get to 20 in each of the last 3 seasons. Last time he had more than 20 home runs was 2021. All right, what else, Justin?
All right, after Tiger Woods missed the cut on Friday, he said that this may or may not be his last appearance at the U.S. Open. Are we pretty much done with Tiger here?
How can that be? Tiger no more competitive rounds at the U.S. Open for Tiger?
He also said, I've got only one more tournament left this season.
Yeah, I said it to Peggy on Thursday. You were gone. Peggy was in Thursday and Friday. And he played early. He played early Thursday, right? And I watched some of that round, and he got that. He started with the birdie, and by the end of the round, it doesn't look like he can get around these courses, Yerk. It just doesn't. And he still looks physically fit. Tiger's strong. He's always been. He's been a workout freak his whole life. But I don't think physically he can manage his way around and still play competitive golf with these guys.
I think that car accident took a lot out of him.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
It
That car
looks
accident
painful.
took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what it was Friday at the end of his round? Did you see the look on his face?
I didn't even see it because I wasn't.
Did any of you guys see it? So he finished and he was dripping sweat. The other golfers looked like refreshed.
Really?
And he looked like he was on a 72-hour bender and he had a round at 7 a.m. and he was just fighting through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've had friends who have been on trips and they're just fighting through. That's what Tiger looked like.
It's sad,
at the end of his round.
It's sad. I mean, I'm telling you, physically, I think it's real. I mean, it's hard. I don't think he can keep up with it. And then that's got to be a mental drain, and it's got to be hard on him considering where he once was in his status in the game. But, yeah, it's tough. And I did not hear him say that, Justin. I didn't know that. I know he's running out of exemption. Is that what he meant? Because he's running out of the exemption?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but they'd find a way.
I would think so. I would think they'd find a way.
They'd find a way, but he doesn't want to play just to play. He wants to be competitive.
Right.
And missing the cut or barely making the cut for him is not necessarily being competitive.
Right. So I'm looking to see real quick.
I feel for him.
Yeah.
I feel for him, Carm.
I know. So we were saying, today's this June 17th, 1994. It's the 30th anniversary of that crazy day, the Bronco chase. And the NBA Finals and the parade for the Rangers in New York City. The World Cup kicked off here at Soldier Field. Arnold Palmer was playing his last ever competitive weekend, his last competitive rounds at a U.S. Open, the great Arnold Palmer. He was, 60? He was in his 60s. He was 60. Yerk?
Yeah, he was 60.
You know? He was 60 years old. So I don't know. I mean, to think, and then he was still somehow playing competitive rounds. But I don't know what the future holds for Tiger. Just physically, I know it looks like he can't compete anymore. I will always be thankful that we got that 2019 Masters run for those of us that enjoyed watching Tiger over the years. That was unsuspecting, right? Surprising and fun, where it was one last hurrah for Tiger, and he was awesome. And his kids got to celebrate it with him as they were a little older. They missed most of his real dominant years, so I think that was great. Anything else, Justin?
Oh, yeah, we can do the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They played against each other this weekend. Angel, hard foul on Caitlin. That's going everywhere. And it kind of seems like, is this the duo that we're going to be seeing just going head to head for years to come?
Good. They got a rivalry. It's good. I continue to think that more and more people talk about it. There's more and more buzz about it. I think a lot of the people who have been fans of the women's game for a long time are saying it's not surprising. They're like, don't be shocked. Yes, they can be physical. They can be tough. They always have been. I don't think there was anything overly dirty about what Angel Reese did. You know, did you?
I didn't think it was dirty at all.
I didn't think so.
No.
Hard foul. Fine.
You
It's
know
basketball.
you know my feelings on regular season men's basketball.
You don't watch it.
It looked like a foul. She got wrapped in the head.
She got fouled, no
She got
question,
wrapped in
but
the
it
head.
didn't look like egregious.
You're talking about two teams. I don't know what makes or who makes the playoffs for the WNBA, whether it's top 4 on each side.
I do not know the answer to that.
I mean, there's only 12 teams in the league. Do 8 teams make the playoffs?
I do not know.
Well, that'd be the question I would ask. Secondly, you're talking about 2 also rans in the Eastern
now.
Conference. They stink, the 2 of them.
Yes.
5-10 and 4-9, with the Sky being worse than the Fever.
That's correct.
So, what am I excited or not excited, and what am I supposed to have a reaction to? They played basketball and somebody got hit in the head.
Right. Yeah. Guess what? It happens.
Here's my reaction.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. Like,
Now, they might talk about it for 14 hours on ESPN TV because they got, for some reason, nothing else to talk about. But on this show, it'll get the 15 seconds it deserves.
you know, I was going to give credit to earlier is brace yourselves. Pat McAfee. You know what he's done a good job of? And I only know this because it's on when we start.
Self-promoting.
Well, no, of course. But
He's done a wonderful job at self-promoting himself.
we look up and it's on the screens a lot. Yes, and you're right. And this is the only reason I know it. But you know what he's done a lot of? Talking hockey. I look up again. Guess who he's talking to today at the start of his show?
At the start of his show,
PK
Connor
Subban.
McDavid.
Not
Well, you asked me to guess, and I guessed Connor McDavid.
PK.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? At least good for McAfee. Greeny, get up. I love Greeny. I do. But, like, get up, first take. They won't spend 7 seconds on hockey.
Do you know who they talked to today on Get Up?
Who?
Mike Tannenbaum, former GM of the New York Jets.
For what?
And Rex Ryan. Oh, they're just former Jets. They just talked to him for no reason.
Did they really? Or are you making that up?
I'm making it up,
Oh, okay.
Carm.
They won't spend
And
2
Joe
seconds.
Namath.
At least it's Joe Namath. At least McAfee. And listen, whatever we think about him, McAfee's got a big platform. A lot of young people
does.
like him.
Oh, yeah.
I love that he's embraced it.
Good.
And he's done it all through the playoffs. You can look up and
I
he's had
can't
fun
wait.
talking hockey. I give him credit. Thank God somebody on ESPN's
I
doing it.
can't wait to re-embrace the Chicago Blackhawks where they don't stink like absolute garbage.
Might be a while, my friend.
Yeah.
That might be a while.